Hey, AP Lang parents. This is Mrs. Linehan, and I just want to give you a quick update about what's happening in my class this week for your child. So, this past week, we started learning about logical fallacies, which are basically errors in thinking. And we're starting to point them out in the reading that we're doing, which is The Crucible. So, if you're not familiar with The Crucible, it's a great play written by Arthur Miller. It was written in the 1950s, and it's technically about the Salem witch trials, but it's really more of a statement about what was happening in the 1950s with the Hollywood Red Scare and the calling out of various people as communists. So we're starting to make some connections between what's happening in the 1950s back to what happened with the Salem witch trials, and then also starting to look for some possible connections in our own world, maybe comparing different things that might happen to somebody if they make an objectionable post online on social media, and what is the fallout for that? Is that a similar kind of cancel culture that might have been happening in the 1950s when they were called out as communists, or much worse if they were called out as witches during the Salem witch trial? So, trying to start to make some connections and also to look for errors in thinking that might lead somebody to accuse somebody in a way that was devastating in their lives. So, that logical fallacies led us right into reading The Crucible. And so we are having some fun reading that out loud in class. And I just want to draw your attention to the Crucible videos over here on the left-hand side. I am making recordings of the classroom readings of the play each day. So if you click on that Crucible videos, they can see the actual reading of the play in class. And I think that's really helpful, especially if somebody is absent. So my expectation is that if someone is absent, that they will go and watch those videos and be caught up and ready to jump into the class when they return, especially if it's for a reason such as a scheduled field trip or something of the sort, that they aren't necessarily ill and unable to be on top of their work. So make sure that they're aware of those resources so that they can stay on top of things. The other thing that we did this week was we got the on-demand writing back. And so they did an on-demand on Monday and Tuesday. A Day has gotten their feedback. B Day, the feedback is on Canvas, but we haven't discussed it as a class yet. And I just want to take a moment to encourage you to, again, just reiterate with them that this is a learning process and that it may take a while before they're starting to hit the level of achievement that they're accustomed to achieving in English class. So we're still very early on. If they have major concerns about their writing, please encourage them to come and see me during Lancer Block, and we can sit down and take a look at their individual writing to hopefully move it in the right direction. All right, and so that is what's happening for us in AP Lang. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I look forward to teaching your kids again next week. Have a great Sunday.